Well, let's put it out there. There's something, a familiar refrain that we're all responsible for saying that Israel has a right to exist. And that is clearly not the fucking truth. It does not have a right to exist. It is the state of Israel that exists. And it has no more right to exist than any other nation in the history of mankind. The way we're saying it is so psychotic, so genocidal, especially that's the biggest issue that I'm having with it, is that once you say that, any talk about them and the deeds that they're doing of turning Gaza into a brothel after razing it to the ground, all the discussion boils down to, but they have a right to exist. You're saying that in the same breath while they eliminate a group of people from the face of the fucking earth. They have a right to exist. So it's very imperialistic. It's very manifest destiny. Since I have a right, nobody else has any rights. So let's stop with the fucking idea that Israel has some perpetual God-given right to exist, which brings us to our main point, the God-given point, the God's chosen people. Stop with it. So here's this part out loud that we're not doing, right? Christians in this country and around the world are supporting it because, of course, eventually they expect that basically the destruction of Israel. So build it, they can be destroyed, and Jesus will come back. The jokes for the Israelites, or not the Israelites, the Zionists who occupy Israel are saying, fuck the Christians. They're stupid. This nigga ain't coming back. We ain't worried about it. Give us your money. And we handle them as a military base, handling proxy wars to destabilize the Middle East. That's their fucking job. So that's it. It's a glorified military base. A right to exist has never existed for any country, any empire, any nation, any people, ever. There's endangered species, other animals and species have a right to exist because we didn't create them. But artificial boundaries, artificial countries, they're eliminated every day. And the audacity of two countries that routinely move lines on the fucking map to say that with such authority, with no sense of hypocrisy or irony, is outrageous. So, anytime you are saying Israel has a right to exist, you're saying I support genocide. Because anything you read about what was Palestine, what was Gaza, is gone. And it's because of the blood on your hands and being indoctrinated in that nonsense. So, they have nothing to do with the state of Israel has nothing to do with the Bible. It has nothing to do with Jews. It has nothing to do with Jesus. These are expatriates from Europe. They have nothing to do with Hebrews. They have nothing to do with the history of the land. They have nothing to do with any of it. They're just some people who are there performing imperialistic aims. And do unto others as you'd have done unto you is something they should understand. And they also need to understand, as every other country should have found out by now, the United States is not a good bedfellow. And you're going to run out the clock on your usefulness. And you can be Iraq. You can be Iran. You can be fucking Haiti in a decade or less. So go ahead and pull the shit. We're watching everybody from the right wing and everywhere. Do everything you want to fucking do. Send family men over to El Salvador. But in 10 years, since we can send citizens, it'll be white supremacists. It'll be Proud Boys getting their heads shaved and sent to El Salvador. You won't always be in control. In Israel, watch how you treat everybody. You would think that the people who were escaping a genocide would be a little bit more timid about committing a genocide. But they're not against genocide. They just want to be on the other side of it. So, no, there's no such thing in any orthodoxy, any law, that a artificial state has a right to exist. The United States doesn't have a right to exist. Hitler took France off the map. You don't have a right to exist. The map that we live in right now is not the map from 200 years ago. And the map from 200 years ago is not the map from 500 years ago. Countries come and go. States come and go. They rise and fall. And usually because of fucking hubris.